The world has already witnessed the global rise of J-pop and K-pop. But could I-pop, Indian pop music, be the next wave to reach international charts? The pop industry is constantly expanding, absorbing new sounds, styles, and cultural influences from around the world. At the same time, it feels like the era of girl groups is experiencing a strong comeback. Recently, we talked about the rising Indonesian group No Na, as well as British girl groups Say Now and Flow, who are bringing fresh energy to the scene. India now has a new girl group again. More than 20 years after the breakup of Viva, the pioneering act that helped shape India's early pop scene. Back in the early 2000s, Viva challenged stereotypes about women's roles in the entertainment industry and proved that a girl group could become a massive cultural phenomenon in India. Now a new generation is stepping in to continue that legacy. The history of Indian pop music is deeply intertwined with the development of Bollywood. For decades, the majority of popular music in India came directly from film soundtracks. As early as the 1950s, songs from Bollywood movies were dominating national charts, and singers like Lata Mangeshkar and Kishore Kumar became cultural icons whose voices defined generations. Pop music experienced a significant moment in the late 1990s and early 2000s, when non-film pop songs were even more popular with listeners than Bollywood soundtracks. But over time, Bollywood remixes and movie soundtracks once again began to dominate the music scene. At the same time, globalization began reshaping Indian music. Starting in the 1990s, Bollywood soundtracks started incorporating Western influences such as R&B, hip-hop, and EDM, which made the music more accessible to international audiences. Today, in 2026, Bollywood pop music is no longer just an accompaniment to films. Indian producers are increasingly collaborating with artists from the United States, South Korea, and Europe, creating hybrid sounds that blend different musical traditions. In many ways, Indian pop is entering a new era where the boundaries between regions and genres are becoming less important. I think it was with these ideas in mind that New Zealand composer, songwriter, and producer Mikey McCleary decided to create a new girl group. Much of his career has been connected to the Indian film industry, where he has written and produced a large number of songs and film scores. Drawing on that experience, he decided to take on a new challenge, forming a modern Indian pop group capable of reaching both local and global audiences. W.i.S.H consists of 4 members: Rhi, Sim, Zo, and Suchi. Rhi and Sim are sisters who previously performed together as the pop duo Symmetry. All 4 members contribute creatively to the project in a way that feels unusual for many manufactured pop groups. Rhi, Sim, Suchi, and Zo are actively involved in writing lyrics, developing choreography, and shaping the visual identity of the group. The group is credited as a songwriter on several tracks, with Rhi receiving additional songwriting credits as well. They also help choreograph dance routines for performances and participate in editing their music videos and producing parts of their songs. This level of creative involvement gives the group a sense of independence that challenges the stereotype of the heavily managed pop act assembled entirely by producers and labels. Another factor that makes W.i.S.H stand out is their age. All 4 members are in their mid-20s, slightly older than the average age of many K-pop trainees or teen pop idols. In addition, 3 of the members had already begun developing their own artistic paths before the group formed. Zo had been working as a singer and songwriter around 2020 and 2021, while Rhi and Sim were building their musical identity through their duo Symmetry, which existed from 2019 to 2023. The year 2024 became a major turning point for W.i.S.H. They first rose to national prominence after performing the official song for the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2024, an event that brought them widespread visibility and helped establish them as cultural trailblazers in India's emerging pop scene. That same year, they released their debut single, Laziz. Later in the year came their track Bolo Bolo, which has since become the group's most streamed song so far. In 2025, W.i.S.H released their first album, Sweet Burn. The project blends English and Hindi lyrics, reflecting both the group's local identity and its global ambition. In many ways, this is a completely different era compared to the early 2000s. When Viva disbanded, W.i.S.H entered the industry at a time when language is no longer a barrier to global success, and when social media platforms can elevate artists from any part of the world to international attention. In a world where K-pop has already transformed global pop culture, reviving the popularity of both boy bands and girl groups, W.i.S.H is aiming for recognition beyond India as well. Interestingly, this isn't the first time mainstream pop has turned its attention toward India. About 10 years ago, there was a moment when global pop music began incorporating Indian sounds, visuals, and cultural aesthetics into major releases. Some notable examples include Selena Gomez's Come and Get It, Coldplay's Hymn for the Weekend, Doja Cat's So High, and Major Laser's hit Lean On. The vocalist on Lean On, by the way, was the Danish singer Mo, whose music career we actually discussed in another video on this channel. That period demonstrated how strongly Indian aesthetics and musical elements could resonate with global audiences. It also showed that elements of Indian culture could successfully cross over into international pop music. Now the question is whether a new generation of artists from India can take that influence even further. And it will be fascinating to see whether I-pop and groups like W.i.S.H might one day capture global attention in the same way that Korean pop once did.